Hello, friends. Happy New Year. I hope you're well. Tonight's episode is going to be my 2025 goals. Something I'm going to put down on tape that I'll probably not stick to, but sure, why not give it a shot, right? Still operating with this broken phone stand, but so we'll try not to dominoes everything tonight. So, I could definitely tell you what my number one goal is for this year, as far as collecting cards goes. And that is to add a 1952 first Topps Willie Mays in a PSA 1 to match the two cards you see in front of you, the Mantle and the Jackie. I tried to get one at the show last year. Can say last year now that it's January 2nd. But a combination of the death tax and not finding a low-grade suitable copy is why I struck out. So I hope to find one at the show this year. I guess second top on that list is getting to the show this year. Working on it. Always working on it. Adds to the, I wouldn't say excitement of it all, but it's intriguing, let's put it that way. Next up, and now I guess the rest of them will be in no particular order, how many I can think of off the top of my head. Of course, I'd like to add a 2011 Topps Black Pool Holes, not the Walmart edition. And any of the other pool holes from 2003 to 2011 will be nice. Same goes for Ichiro. I do have a 2010 Ichiro, but I recently got the 2012 from Ray. I don't have an 11. And I don't have 03 to 09, so these things are not easy to track down. So I'll even track them down in raw form if I have to, and then submit them to CGC at the show. That's the goal. I have the pile going, as I talked about. I think the next thing to try to focus. You know, I always tell you guys focus, and I have extreme difficulty in that. I freely admit that. But what I'm trying to do is take less jabs and more uppercuts. Now, what do I mean by that? Trying to think of the best way to explain this is that it's easy to go ahead and pick up, smaller dollar cards. Yeah, everyone's version of that is different, obviously, depending on one's hobby budget. But instead of picking up a bunch of smaller jabs, as I'd like to call them, while waiting around for the uppercuts or the knockouts, like, the two cards in front of you, those I consider knockouts, the Mantle and the Jackie. But what I have a tendency to do as a collector is that while I'm waiting around for something to show up, like the 2011 Topps Black Pools, which has been a few years now trying to find one and I haven't been able to, I get, ooh, shiny, and I get distracted. And I'm trying to work on that. It's not easy. It's rather difficult because there's always the constant cycle of learning new stuff. Oh, this looks good. I'll pick this up. This looks good. I'll pick it up. And for example, let me give you an example of a jab. This is a 2024 Topps Finest. This is an insert. Future So Bright. Bobby White Gold Refractor. It's It's numbered to 50, so that's good. It's a gold refractor, which is always good, but it's rather underwhelming in person. There's no etching and barely any shine. There's shine around his pictures, but again, this is $20, so it's not a bank breaker, but at the same time, this is a jab. So, that's a jab. Here's another jab. These are all, I haven't shown these off since the last time we spoke, but this is the 2018 Topps Black Hoskins, and I've always liked this image on this card. I've always wanted to own the Indy, I don't, or the Sapphire Red, I don't, but I was able to pick this up for $20 at auction. It's cheap. Oh, that's cheap. $20, not a big deal. Less than a blaster. Yeah, I get it. Here's another jab. A 2022 Topps Heritage. This is his first Heritage card, and I won this at auction. It was $5.50. That was the winning bid. Normally, I wouldn't even before trying to do this jab uppercut stuff. I only won this because I had a very low snipe on it. And if I win something like this at the low snipe, I'll just pick it out. But otherwise, no. It's readily available. Now see, so that's roughly $50 right there in these three. Which, that's not bad. These are numbered. And that's a first Heritage wit. But again, you do that enough times, you get wallet fatigue while you're waiting for something bigger to come along. And then when something bigger comes along, you're like, oh crap, my hobby wallet is empty and I can't pull it off. So that's just something that I try to tell myself when I'm looking at new listings. I did pick up there's some more stuff to show off. This is I would consider this one a body blow. This is the image variation for his Topps Black. First Topps Black Chrome. So this was slightly more than a Topps Chrome Blaster. So happy to have that. I'm finding myself collecting the wits. Trying to pick up the wits with image variations and not your run-of-the-mill photos. It's a little difficult to describe, but the image variations and the obviously gold refractors and stuff like that. So that's how I would consider this a body blow. It's not an uppercut, it's not a jab. It's somewhere in between. Here's another example of a body blow. It's a 2024 Topps Black Miguel Cabrera, his last flagship card. The black parallel, numbered to 73 there on the bottom. Oh, I just realized that it's number 1. I didn't even realize that. It's number 1 of 73, so that's an eBay 1 of 1. Rare. Look, fire emojis. But it's still a terrible photo. Not very flattering, but it is what it is, right? So this I consider a body blow, and this was less than a 2024 Topps Chrome Blaster. All work's done. It's already graded. Fantastic. Very happy to have that. I do love me some Topps Blacks. And I've got a couple examples here of what I would consider an uppercut. Now the first one here, I'll just show it and talk about it. It's from the 2024 Topps Chrome Sapphire. And it's the Aaron Judge Gold Refractor. Now this is actually a 10. Well, Eric, you don't buy 10s. No, generally I don't. But when I did the math, and they're numbered down here on the front, 30 of 50. So when I did the math, this was probably about 25% more than a 9, if you can find a 9. I haven't been able to find one. And with him and Ohtani, being part of the regular Topps Chrome buyback, MVP buyback program, that makes those even more difficult to find because people submit those for store credit. So when this one came up for a relatively decent, respectable buy it now with the best offer, I sent an offer. We did a little ping pong back and forth and agreed on the price. So this was a little more than 3 Topps Chrome blasters. So I actually might bring this to the show and, could be involved in some sort of trade. I'm not, I love the image. It's probably most of his images are good other than 2017, but it is a 10. So if I can get more mileage out of using this for trade, so be it. I think that's one of the important things of doing, one of the cool things, actually not important, but one of the cool things about doing in-person trades. Get more mileage out of trades than cash. Alright, I got one more here that I have not shown you guys yet. And on the heels of what I was able to pick up from Ray, I was able to pick up another Ichiro. So that's the... Oh, I almost knocked Jackie down. I knew that was going to happen. It's the 2018 Topps Chrome Update Red Refractor. Now, Topps Chrome Update back then was a Target exclusive release. And these are actually numbered to 25. They're not numbered to 5, they're numbered to 25. But this is in a 9. So finding these guys in non-gem cases it's not as easy as one might think. But you know how much I love this image. I love this final Topps Chrome, this final flagship image. Just really always fun adding these to the collection. So I hope that you enjoyed tonight's episode. It was fun. I've been, let's leave with those two. I like, as our friend Eddie likes to say, I'm just a dude who likes to collect baseball cards. And I like to collect all baseball cards, and I think that, here in 2025, we need to deflate the hate that there seems to be between the vintage guys and the modern guys. I just don't understand. I like collecting baseball cards. Other sports too, and other non-sports, but baseball is my go-to. So I hope you have set some goals for yourself now here in the beginning of January of 2025 as we pretty much near the 5-year mark of since this whole the new age of collecting started. And until next time, Backpage is out.